Good evening, everyone. My name is Jérémy Letelier, and I am your new president of the Fédération UPA de la Montérégie. And today I will give you a presentation about the hot issues that we are dealing with at the Federation, that we have dealt with over the last year, that we will continue to deal with over the upcoming year. But first of all, I want to thank you all for being there today at your fall consultations. It is a very important event in our syndical life, and I want to especially thank you this year for participating in this pandemic context. It's not a given for everybody to have the mindset to participate to a union meeting, so I want to thank you for being there today. The first main issue we had to deal with, obviously, is the one about COVID-19. We had a lot of adaptations to put forward in order to keep our activities going. And I don't want to compare those adaptations that we have been dealing with the ordeals that our producers have been dealing with as far as their production or their workers are concerned. We are not making a comparison, but we still had to do some adaptations. Notably, we had to put in place contactless document submission procedures. We also had to specialize ourselves with remote work and with the video conferencing tools. And we also want to keep our producers as informed as we can, so we have put forward 10 publications of our regional newsletter over the last few months. As far as the representations are concerned, with respect with the COVID-19 situation, we've made a lot of them with the MAPAC, with the Financière Agricole. We also had a lot of correspondence with our federal MPs, especially as far as foreign workers are concerned. And we have obviously also informed our provincial union of the problems that we had so that we could put forward a provincial response. Another big issue that we have obviously to deal with over the last few years that we were afraid that it might have an increasing need over the last few months is the mental health of our producers. With respect with that, we have established a regional committee which has already held 4 meetings. We have developed a few actions to keep our producers informed of what is available for them as far as mental health is concerned. So 10,000 window clings with the phone numbers that they can reach if they feel the need to, any need with respect with the mental health issue. Those window clings are being distributed at this moment, right now. We also have an action plan that has been developed to finance part of the cost for 2 field workers. The second field worker for our region here in Montérégie has been hired in June and is already roaming the region. And also the organization Au Cœur des Familles Agricoles, with which we work closely, has secured a $400,000 in recurring funding recently. So that was a very good news as far as this issue is concerned. Over the last few years, we have been working on a sector agreement with different partners all over Montérégie, and this sector agreement has been bearing some results over the last few months. We have a regional 5-year strategic plan that has been finalized. We have a first call for project that has been launched in July with a budget of $420,000, and we hope that promising projects for farmers can be completed. One issue that has been garnering a lot of interest over the last few months is the protection of agricultural territory. There's always a lot of pressure on our farmland here in Montérégie, but that pressure seems that it's been increasing over the last few months. We remember there was Bill 61 that was presented by the government in June. That bill did not directly attack the farmland protection bill, but we were very wary because there were some projects that were included in that bill that probably would have had a negative impact on our farmland protection. But that bill was abandoned in August. Recently, the government came back with Bill 66. Again, there's no disposition in that bill that attacks our farmland protection law. And we will be very careful and very diligent about the way the government works with that bill proposal. An issue that has been garnering a lot of interest over the last few weeks, and that keeps on garnering a lot of interest, is the expansion of the Saint-Hyacinthe Industrial Park for the Exeldor Slaughterhouse. That's been a big issue because the Commission has rejected their first the project proposal, and then they rejected as a preliminary orientation their second their second proposal. And there's a lot of political pressure involved in this issue. The city of Saint-Hyacinthe and the MRC des Mascoutins have been publicly criticizing and applying pressure on the union. So they want our union to step back on our will to protect farmland. So they've made a lot of representation toward their MNAs and towards some ministers. But so far they have not been able to get what they want, which is a decree to have this farmland having a zoning change. But again, this is an issue that is very hot right now in the Saint-Hyacinthe area. It's not always bad news as far as farmland protection is concerned. Recently there was a big issue also in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, a regional business and innovation park in Saint-Jean, where the MRC wanted to change the zoning for 187 hectares of farmland. And they sent a resolution to the government asking for a decree to get that changing in zoning. The government, after we applied a lot of pressure and after we came out strongly against that resolution, the government and the Minister of Agriculture ultimately rejected very clearly the resolution that was sent to them. Obviously, another big issue that we had to deal with over the last summer was the drought that we faced that affected a lot of production sectors, but mainly hay production. To this effect, the union put together something we called Operation Drought 2020. So if you want to buy or sell hay, you can visit the union website or contact the regional federation, and we will put you in contact with somebody who has some hay to sell or to buy, depending on the need. In AgriEnvironment, there's a lot of action that has been put forward by the Federation. We continued our collaboration with the Alice Foundation. Last year, $55,000 were given to producers who completed projects in AgriEnvironment. This year it was $87,000, so it's a nice progression. We are always looking for partner research. Recently, the Port de Montréal confirmed that they would be giving us $30,000 over the upcoming years so that we could put back into the Alice project. Also, we had some riparian strips training. We had a lot of sessions all over the territory of the Federation over the last year. 600 participants, including 487 farmers, took the training. Flyers and media clips were created, and right now phase 2 is in development. And linked with the riparian strips training, we have a little video we can show you at this moment. What's to come? Well, what's already happened, actually. The Federation Annual General Meeting was held on October 8th. It was online. It was the first time that it was held online. Hopefully it will be the last time that it was held online. But it was a nice AGM, considering the situation. We had almost close to 200 participants, so it was a nice success. Over the upcoming months, we will be watching the implementation of changes to the Agricultural Property Tax Credit Program. The Bill 48 was passed last spring. It will be in effect on our tax accounts upcoming this January, and we will be very wary about the impacts of the changes that were put in the Bill 48. Another big issue, obviously, the flood zones and the wetlands. That will be an issue to check over the upcoming year. Same thing again with protection of agricultural territory. One issue that I did not mention was the Beauharnois situation, the famous Google issue, where the government last year put forward a decree without even asking the Commission de la Protection du Territoire Agricole its opinion. They changed the zoning of a farmland so that they could accommodate Google. We consider that this issue is not over yet, and we will be working on this over the upcoming months. And obviously, there are still many challenges in the wake of the pandemic that will keep on coming. So I want to thank you all for your participation tonight, and I hope that you have a nice assembly. Thank you.